Hello, I'm Dean Fell, President and CEO of the York County Regional Chamber, and I'm back with this week's Taking Care of Business Through Advocacy. A top priority issue for the business community in South Carolina is tort reform. Last week, the Senate introduced Senate Bill 533, or the South Carolina Justice Act, which is intended to revolutionize the way that businesses are impacted by lawsuits. Under current law, businesses can be held responsible in a court of law for all damages regardless of fault based on their perceived ability to pay. For example, a business determined to be 5% responsible for a person's injury could have to pay 100% of the damages. The bill changes that by shifting to fair share liability, meaning that businesses would only have to pay based on their percentage of fault. This bill was introduced by Senate President Thomas Alexander and co-sponsored by local Senators Peeler and Clymer. A few notable statewide business associations are supportive of this bill, including the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce, South Carolina Manufacturers Alliance, the NFIB, South Carolina Insurance Association, and the South Carolina Contractors. Also this week, the State Senate passed Joint Resolution H. 3783, allowing the State Department of Employment and Workforce Review Committee to nominate to the governor fewer than 3 individuals for the Executive Director of the Department of Employment and Workforce. This is a temporary waiver of the existing law mandating 3 nominees or more and should expedite the process of replacing current and outgoing Director Dan Ellzey, who is set to retire on February 28th. The temporary waiver expires on July 1st or when the director's vacancy is filled. Another tax credit bill, which was introduced last week, is House Bill H. 3964, which offers tax credits to businesses who contract with a small business in South Carolina if that contract results in the small business hiring an additional full-time worker. This legislation could provide taxpayers with a tax credit for up to 3 years as long as the new position created remains in place for the full 3-year period. We will track this legislation that could benefit our small businesses. That's all for now. Check back next week for more legislative updates that may impact your business.